So I got a fan on, so you might just hear a soft rush noise in the background. It's because it's hot here.
Yeah, I just turned my AC off because my computer's right next to the AC unit,
Yeah.
and it's so loud.
Yeah, I was going to say I would turn the fan off, but it's hot here, and I don't care to,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to.
You're going to hear me sweating.
Nice.
It's going to be great.
You should put that up, some ASMR. Man sweat.
What does the sound
I don't know. You
like
sweat bubbles?
like?
That's weird.
I don't know. I don't know. Now we've talked about it before, but should we do an ASMR episode?
No, we haven't talked about it. You brought it up, and I said absolutely not. If that's what you meant.
That was talking about it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about and then decided not to do an ASMR episode. Is that?
I'm not saying we should talk. I've never listened to an ASMR video, but I assume they talk about regular stuff.
Oh boy.
Is that right?
You should do
just very quietly.
You should do some research, because
or like brush their hair or whatever. Should I do some? I don't know. I don't think I'd like it. I just don't want to find out that I do.
Right. Exactly.
I don't want to be that guy.
That's my problem. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of an ASMR episode and then I'm starting to just get turned on.
Oh yeah, because right now I'm in your headphones right now. I'm basically on the internet for you.
Right. Exactly.
Our friendship couldn't handle that.
No, it couldn't. I know it couldn't. I don't think I have any friendships that could.
You just start randomly calling me, and then you start asking me questions like, "No, oh, Josh, you're being way too loud. I need you to
way too loud and way too
tone it
fast.
down."
I need you to just slow it down. It's not happening. So
that's no to an ASMR episode.
I mean, we could record them separately. That's fine. Just get a list of talking points. We could just talk about them separately and then try to edit them together. That's fine.
I'll just transcribe what I say, and then you can interject and write what you say, and then we'll just edit it, and then
you can edit it. That one can be on you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, someone's gonna have to edit us talking. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a lot of trouble. There's a lot of problems arising from this.
You want to do? Here's what we can actually just do. Right.
Okay.
Next episode, let's just pretend that we had recorded an ASMR episode, but then it got lost forever. Call it the lost episode.
It was too hot for the internet.
Yeah.
It's been lost.
Yeah. The fucking Baywatch broke in. It was like, it's too sexy. Lie face down in the sand on this beautiful beach. Your ASMR podcast is too sexy. Just the Baywatch FBI raids our houses. That's.
There'll be a whole, Law and Order episode about it.
I don't know Law and Order, so I can't do a fake Law and Order episode with you. But
all I know is the da-dung.
Yeah, I don't even know that. It's about dung?
Yeah.
Weird.
Total poop show.
Weird. Is this our witty banner? Because I gotta finish planning some D&D for later tonight.
Yeah, that can be it. I mean,
and it's like the Skull Lord is pretty powerful, but I think he needs some minions. Just to.
What is a Skull Lord?
It's like Jeff. I don't have the time. Okay. He's a powerful undead. He's got like 3 skull heads. There's a whole bunch of lore behind it. You don't need to know. It's.
So his name is Skull Lord?
Well, he would have 3 names since the skulls are all from different creatures bound together by Vecna.
Oh, okay.
It's just.
Oh, Vecna.
Yeah, I don't have the time, Jeff.
All right. I listen. You piqued my interest. That's all I'm saying.
You're dragging out the Skull Lord bit. I don't have the time to tell you about Vecna. Okay. We created the Skull Lords in 5th edition lore. We don't have the time.
Wow. I had no idea there was such rich history in 5th edition.
Well, it's the 5th edition, so there's 4 editions before it.
Yeah.
It pulls from all of their history, and then it adds new things in.
Oh, damn.
Like I said, I don't really don't have the time. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
One of the players is he just got planar teleported elsewhere. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, some bad guys get a hold of him. It's a whole thing. He's not playing tonight. I'll do his thing later.
I guess I'll read about this on my own somewhere, which I definitely won't do. That's fine.
I'll send you links about Skull Lords, Jeff. I'm into that. Or we can just do a D&D podcast. I'm also okay with that.
What would a D&D podcast look like? It's not us playing D&D, or is it us playing D&D?
We could do.
Or is it just reading about D&D?
We could do any of those things that you just said.
You're right. Podcast rules are very, very flexible.
We could do like how Game of Thrones. We could do we'll play D&D first. That's like the Game of Thrones episode, and then how they do the making of.
Yeah.
We can just do another half hour after. It'll be the first D&D podcast with segments. Where we just talk about the enemies that you fought and the lore behind them and the decisions your characters made.
I like it.
It sounds like a podcast designed exclusively for me.
The best part about that is you'll have to do all the work for that podcast.
True. Yeah. That's true.
If only somebody had the idea making power that you have.
I know.
Without involving you, and that you could just enjoy these things, but
I know.
You're cursed to make.
It's a real shame.
It is a real shame.
Oh, am I doing the intros now? I forgot about this. Do we flip that?
I think we mentioned it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want. I don't know how you felt about it today.
Do you want to try it? We can try it.
Let's try it.
All right, I'll lead us in.
Let's try it.
Hey, and welcome to the Heads Up podcast with Jeff and Sean.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Sean. That was the intro.
I can't help but feel like you were making fun of me.
No, I was just doing it normally and the way I naturally would do it. We do three things on this podcast.
Okay.
We eat and rate candy. That's the last segment. We're doing them backwards. So that's the last thing. I'm going to tell you the last thing we do first.
Well, Sean, we've already eaten the candy.
Sometimes you have the candy right there and you unwrap it noisily.
You're thinking of Brett.
Live on air. Before we do that, I guess we do a middle segment that's always fluctuating. Can't pin us down.
Yep.
No consistency whatsoever.
You gotta be ready for anything.
If people liked when we did the movies, it's over. We don't do that anymore.
If people liked when we talked about Kyle, you're lying.
You're lying. You're definitely lying. And that was the first part, not the middle part.
Yeah.
And the first thing we do, I think, now is talk about animals.
Yeah.
Let's learn about animals, Jeff.
Okay.
In the animal segment.
Well, now it's time to get online to our internet service provider. It'll be cool. Here we go.
I didn't look up an animal again.
I was really hoping this time you were gonna be like all about it, You're like, I need to find these animals.
You gotta remind me.
That's alright. Sean, what do you know about the armadillo?
Nothing.
You don't know anything about armadillos?
Well, they wrap themselves up real tight because they get real thick hides.
Yeah, some animals evolved to fight back or run faster. The armadillo evolved to just roll up into a ball in the fetal position and wait it out.
You know what's really disappointing about the armadillo? Is that
that?
it doesn't. It rolls up and then just waits it out. It doesn't roll up into a ball and then roll away.
Doesn't Sonic the Hedgehog roll up into a ball and then shoot at its enemies?
Right.
Yeah.
Smash them on the heads and then gold coins pop out. I'm getting more disappointed in the armadillo the more we talk about it.
There's they don't fight at all. I mean, there's a type of armadillo I believe called the pink fairy armadillo. It's about 6 inches long, with pink leather hide and white fur.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do people kill them to make bracelets and stuff out of their hides?
They should. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, the pink fairy armadillo. Growing only about 6 inches long, it's found in central Argentina. I don't know if people from Argentina would be into those kind of bands. If they found them in Japan, I'm sure they would be made out of that. But
what's this weird shade you're throwing on Japan right now?
They just feel more like a pink armadillo leather clothing fashion place than central Argentina. Now that just may be because I don't know much about Argentina. Maybe a beautiful place, very fashion forward. I don't know. What do you know about Argentina?
Literally nothing.
I was reading that armadillos have terrible sense of sight and hearing.
Yeah.
They're almost blind and deaf.
Okay. Cool.
Which is great for an animal. They make up for it with a sense of smell, though, which I don't know how good your sense of smell can be, but there's no way it makes up for not being able to see or hear.
Looking at an article right now, it's no secret that armadillos are capable of contracting and passing along leprosy. So
also true.
It's cool.
Also true. Yeah, but to be fair, we originally gave leprosy to armadillos, not the other way around.
So what?
So it's our fault that they have leprosy.
You don't know about that. Jeff, if I bought you a gun and then you shot me, that's not my fault.
Ooh. Well, here's the thing. If you bought me a gun and I eventually shot you, would it be your fault? I mean, what did you do to make me shoot you? I'm not saying I'm a reasonable person. I'm not going around shooting people.
Well,
what did you do?
Look, I'm just saying.
John?
That logic doesn't play out. That it's our fault. They're giving us leprosy back. They're regifting, first of all.
They wouldn't have it if they wouldn't have it if we didn't give it to them.
I don't know about that.
You know,
They could have gotten it some other way.
it's like if you're playing with Legos and you forget to pick them all up, and in the middle of the night you walk around and you step on a Lego. That's your fault.
There's a kind of armadillo called a screaming hairy armadillo.
Whoa. That's amazing, but I'm not done with this leprosy thing, okay?
Anytime the species perceives a threat, it will emit extremely loud, alarm-like vocalizations.
Like when I see a bug or a rat or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this sounds awful.
I'm just saying there's a cure for leprosy, okay? You can relax unless you're eating undercooked armadillo meat, or like this one Florida man was said to have contracted leprosy from having sex with his family's pet armadillo. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah, they are definitely sexy. They look like gross rats covered in a beetle shell that is also covered in hair.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and defend bestiality, but I thought they protected themselves by rolling up into a ball.
Well, not all of them do that, I don't think.
You're saying there's some armadillos that always have their genitals exposed?
Whoa, what are you talking so high and mighty? Like you're not walking around with your genitals exposed all the time.
I've conformed to society's norms, and I wear pants, and I also wear underwear. Not to high road you, but I do wear pants.
But I mean, when it's dangerous, you can't roll up into a ball. And even if you did, your genitals would be hanging out.
I think if I rolled into a ball, like the way I would roll into a ball, like I think my genitals would be protected.
Try it right now. Let's find out.
Well, I'm not really going to be the best judge.
You'll know. You'll know. You'll know.
I hate to say this, but we'd have to have me roll, curled into a ball on the floor, and then you would have to try to attack my genitals for us to figure out if it was working or not.
All right. Well, I'm into it. Let's try that next time. We gotta find out.
I mean, it's for science, right?
It's for science. We could probably get a government grant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sensitive nose. They eat insects.
Mm-hmm.
Closest relatives are sloths and anteaters.
I've never seen something. I mean, it's as gross as it is cute. It's like.
It's just gross. Thank you. It's not cute at all.
Can you imagine the little fairy ones? Here's a little 6 inches, just.
Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah, sneaking around behind furniture, creeping under blankets. You can't see them. Trying to go to bed.
I guess. Listen, hey, they seem cool to me. I don't know. This article really takes them down a peg, saying they're not known for their intelligence.
Nice scientists. Yeah, these little armored dudes are fucking dumb. They don't generally bond well with people. That's cool.
Me neither.
Oh, and they can jump like 6 feet in the air.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why has there not been an armadillo basketball movie?
It's a good question. I don't know.
The armadillos found in America, the nine banded armadillos, always give birth to identical quadruplets.
Yeah, that's creepy.
The litter of 4 is developed from a single fertilized egg.
Yeah, that's creepy. I don't like that.
Yeah. That's unsettling.
Oh, that must be great for like science, though, right? Yeah. So you got like 4 identical things. You can like run crazy experiments on 2 of them.
Yeah, send one into space for 2 years.
Yeah. Have they done that?
No.
Oh.
They did with identical twins, though.
Oh. Armadillo shells have traditionally been used to make the back of the charango kind of loot.
What? A kind of loot?
Yeah.
Like in a video game?
No. Like the musical instrument?
Oh.
He's such a nerd. What's the but okay, so what do they do?
They walk around eating bugs and grubs and stuff.
Yeah, animals are kind of boring like that. And then it just curls up into a ball. So, only 2 species curl up into a ball when they're in danger. The other ones, I guess, are leaping 6 feet in the air for some reason. Like that's not gonna help, but all right.
Can it leap 6 feet into the air, right out of being rolled into a ball?
I don't
Does
know.
it roll
It
out
didn't
of a
say
ball and
anything
jump?
about those. 62% of armadillos, Amazonian armadillos, carry leprosy, or the leprosy bacteria.
Dang.
Armadillos are making Brazil's leprosy problem worse. What do we want to do with them now?
I mean, there's no way to improve the armadillo.
There absolutely is, and I can't believe
I think they're perfect.
they're not.
I mean, sure, get rid of the leprosy. Sure.
No,
But
you go in the okay. First of all, we need to establish we're in the process of remaking them. We're about to spit in God's
Okay.
eye. I think that's the name of the segment. Yeah, we gotta. I'll cut that and we'll use that as a little sound effect. So first of all, they all need to be able to curl up into a ball. Every variety, anything that's called an armadillo needs to be able to curl up into a ball.
yeah.
Okay, boom, done. Got that.
Whenever they're curling into a ball or out of a ball, they make the transformer sound.
That's a good idea. That would startle other animals that are trying to attack them. Have you seen? I know this is another. The trailer for Bumblebee.
Yeah.
There's a Bumblebee
a while
movie.
ago, yeah. Yep.
It looks
A while ago.
terrible.
Yeah, it does.
It looks terrible, but it also kind of looks like this woman wants to have sex with Bumblebee in the trailer I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if that happens, I'll watch it. Like, I won't enjoy it, but I need to see it.
Michael Bay, you scamp.
This is what he's been. This is the Bayiverse. The Bayiverse has been building to this.
It's nobody needs a backstory like a robot car that can't talk.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to just kind of see where he came from.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not like completely where he came from, Sean, because I'm sure they're not going to go back to their home planet of. Help me out here. Do you remember the name of their home planet?
Transformer. Yeah.
No, it's just fine. It's a dumb robot name, probably.
I
They're not going that far back.
I wasn't that into Transformers. Like when I was a real little kid, I probably was, but
Yeah, but they're not going to his home planet. They're not going to show like the 1,000-year war or whatever they fought with the Decepticons on their own planet. And their resources draining from their home planet and them blasting off into space to find more resources. No, it's going to be when he wakes up on Earth.
isn't the Cars movie, isn't that just on the Transformer planet? That's just before, those are like Neanderthal Transformers who can't transform yet, right?
That would be an amazing long play for Pixar to do.
Like they can talk and stuff, and they have like we've seen conflict in those films.
Legs.
I mean, we haven't. I haven't watched the Cars movie, but there is conflict in those films.
There's got to be. You can't have 3 movies no conflict. I would imagine there's some sort of conflict.
Yeah.
Be amazing if they got the guy that did like Starscream to voice something in Cars 4.
Yes, it would. Yes, it
The
would.
Megatron guy. Yes.
I can't even do a halfway pass.
I can drive fast. Yes. I don't know. I can't do it either. But
So that was my excuse for not trying. You're getting out there. That's respectful.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Armadillos, though. They'll make the transformer noise when they roll up into a ball. They also have to be able to roll around in ball form.
Yeah.
They got to be able to move.
No, since they're blind and deaf anyway, they use that sense of smell to kind of figure out where they're going rolled up as a ball. So it's great.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Spend most of their life basically rolled up into a ball.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have to unroll to, like, eat and stuff, so they're vulnerable then. And also, they all have leprosy, so, like, that's not great.
100% have leprosy.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot that up to 100%. But also, they're not gonna... I don't know if they attack people. I don't know how people are getting leprosy from them.
It's eating, from what I saw, it's eating undercooked armadillo meat and fornication with them.
I hope it's most of column A and none of column B, except that one guy in Florida.
It's like, do they even have armadillos in Florida? I want to say, like, people are just being biased towards people in Florida and putting that shit out there.
Well, no, the guy probably special ordered it. Like,
it was a family pet, so they probably bought it in Texas or something.
Well, they probably gave it to him when he was a kid, right? And he grew up with it, and they just had a real close bond, kind of a real girl next door type vibes, coming from this armadillo.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a movie there. I'm just saying. Forbidden love.
Mm-hmm. You're saying, can they use leprosy as a weapon? Like, can they spray it like skunks?
Well, no, I don't want them to do that. I was going to say, if they are attacking people somehow, they don't do that anymore, since they all have leprosy. Now that they all have leprosy, hopefully no one will be eating them anymore.
Okay, so they're like caterpillars that are poisonous to predators.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. When they roll up into a ball and they roll around, they're pretty fast. They build up some serious momentum. So this is also going to necessitate that they congregate toward the top of hills, so they can roll down at people as their attack, right?
They're obsessed with gold rings.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think we gotta reinvent some other animals to produce them first.
So they like build their homes on top of hills.
Or I don't know if they have homes because they're animals, but they live there in like big leprosy colonies.
Okay, all right.
And they roll down the hill at predators that come try to grab them. I'm imagining birds are probably big on killing them. Swoop down, pick one up, throw it on the forest floor. I mean, it lands pretty hard, it dies, it breaks its back or something. The bird swoops down and eats it.
I mean, that sounds right to me, but I don't know enough about them, you know.
Yeah. Is there a noise Transformers make when they die? Because they make that noise when the birds drop them.
I think it was similar to a human death noise.
Okay. What noise do humans make when they die? I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. You know what? You're right.
That's the soul leaving the body. I don't know.
I told you, they're basically perfect. I mean,
they're not. It's this hair. I need this hair to go. Some of them have like long, creepy hair.
You're right. Okay, they need to manscape, and I think at least one of their front paws needs to be able to palm a basketball since they're jumping 6 feet in the air.
No, I don't like this gold rings and basketball thing you're trying to push on them. They're not people. They're not. They're tiny little monsters filled with leprosy.
Can they make that screeching sound when they're in danger, but like also for mating and stuff?
Oh, I don't know. They've already got Transformer noises.
I want them to be one of the noisiest, blindest animals we've ever seen.
So good at smelling, though.
So good at smelling. They can smell stuff like, I think, 6 to 8 inches underground.
Whoa. What good is that? Probably for digging up bugs.
Bugs and grubs, dig them up.
Nasty. Well, we fixed them. Gave them a lot more mobility, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More leprosy. Just kind of really just takes them out. They're not needed anymore, so.
Yeah.
I'm done with them, then.
All right, damn.
I don't like them. I'm sorry.
You know, we're not meant to like a lot of animals, okay? They're mostly disgusting.
All right. I agree. I think we've remade some pretty good ones, though.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Lobsters. Those things rock now.
Yeah.
Take that, God. Get both eyes. What are we talking about now? This is the second segment.
I would say let's do the woman that ate that squid.
All right. Jeff, what's up with this woman who ate squid once? And this is the reason no one should eat squid, I guess?
Yeah. So this woman, you know, went ahead and just parboiled the squid very quickly, ate it, and then her mouth was inseminated by its spermatophores, just attaching to the muscles in her mouth and her gums, just biting away.
I like that the article says rather foolishly the woman had not removed the internal organs, like just rubbing it in. Yeah, what a dumbass.
She's lucky she only got the sex organ and she didn't get to the spleen or whatever. Oh my god.
Only parboiled it for a few seconds before eating it.
That's how I like to cook my meat.
Yeah, can you imagine just like a few seconds of anything? Like, yep, done. Good.
I could probably have my finger in a parboil for a few seconds. It'd be fine.
Gross.
It felt as though many bugs were biting her oral mucosa. I don't think that's how you say it, but
Probably not.
mucosa is what my computer says it sounds like.
21-year-old. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh no, this is a different story.
Yeah, this woman was 63 years old.
Yeah, okay. Well,
In
that
South
kind of
Korea.
also makes sense. Was it her first time eating squid?
No, maybe she usually gets the female squid that don't have the spermatophores in there.
Was it her last time eating squid?
I would hope so. Maybe she just removes all the internal organs, you know?
Yeah, not like a fool.
The type of squid was a Japanese flying squid, and I guess typically what it does is it uses its fourth right arm or right tentacle, and it grabs the spermatophores from its penis and then pushes its arm on the female and then ejaculates them in there.
Okay. I mean, well, you know, save it for the animal segment, but that's gross.
So I guess she must have been chomping on that fourth right arm. And then, boom. She spit it all out, but those spermatophores had already latched to her gums and tongue. It was...
Yeah, you know, as sperm does, I guess. It latches on.
I mean, squid must have some pretty aggressive sperm.
Well, okay, so from the story, this whole process is actually autonomous, meaning that the squid sex organ is prone to firing off without any conscious decision by the squid.
You know, that's like Sean, right?
Ooh, tell me about it. Just a bunch of teenage squids swimming around in the ocean, shooting off.
I like how this article ends with the moral of the story is pretty clear. Don't eat raw squid sex organs.
Yeah.
Eating undercooked food.
Well, I always find it important for news stories to have a moral at the end. I just think that's really, good reporting.
I was looking up the story a little bit, and I found that fish sperm is actually also a delicacy in some areas.
Really?
Yeah, so not the spermatophores, but it's milt or soft roe, which can be either the viscous fluid from fish ejaculate or the male genitalia of a fish with sperm in it. People are going out of their way to eat it, but apparently not squid sperm, because that stuff apparently is fairly aggressive.
Okay. Glad I know all that now, I guess.
Sean, would you eat fish sperm?
I'd try it. I like seafood. I love seafood.
Apparently they don't often serve it by itself, so you'd probably have to have it with,
Yeah, with like a fish, right? You hold the fish up
Yeah.
and you squeeze it, and it shoots into your mouth.
You gotta buy the fish dinner first, You gotta talk about its interests, and then you can do it.
I don't think that going on a date with the fish plays into it. I think this is a dirtier... Like, you just buy the fish from a third party. The fish's pimp.
Okay.
And then you hold the fish up and squeeze it real hard.
Is that how you get fish sperm out most of the time? Just squeeze it real hard?
Right. That's not how you do it? I don't eat fancy fish all the time like you do.
I would say you eat fancy fish way more often than me.
Yeah. Do you like fish?
I've had fish, and it's been okay, and I never go out of my way to eat it.
I always go out of my way to eat it. Fucking love it. Made some salmon, I think it was Friday, Saturday. Oh, it was so good. Asparagus, garlic butter on it. Wrap it all up in
Damn.
tinfoil. So good. I can't get over the parboiled it for like a couple seconds. Mm-hmm. I just...
I'm surprised she made it to 63 to parboil this squid. The way she recklessly cooks her food.
Yeah. Well, maybe she just eats really paleo. It's part of the paleo diet.
Yeah. Do you think she caught this squid or she bought this? Because maybe she pulled it right out of the...
I was going to say, I'm imagining her
ocean.
like at the seashore. Like she just grabs it and then hurls it towards a fire she's already built with driftwood on the beach. Runs up.
You know.
Cooks it for like 5 seconds. Like, that's soon enough. I'm 63, don't have the time. Paleo. Paleo. I'm imagining her and a bunch of people around chanting paleo. Is that the paleo diet? I'm still not clear.
I think that's why so many people join. It's the community that really gets...
It's really just the people you meet. Yeah. Jeff, when are we going to make a cookbook for the podcast? Have we done that yet? We talk about animals and food all the time.
We can. I mean...
Let's do it.
I'll go back. I'll look at some of our recipes. You know, just write them down. Take some pictures. You know.
Here's how you make a Snickers bar. Go to the store and pay for it and take the wrapper off. And it comes pre-cooked, so you can just eat it. It's very paleo.
If you want, you can parboil it for 5 seconds.
Yeah. No more than that, though.
Yeah.
You want to keep the sperm that definitely covers all Snickers intact. You thought it was covered in chocolate? Idiot.
That's what Hershey's wants you to think.
That's what Hershey's means in German. Just means semen. Probably didn't know that. You, the audience, I mean. Jeff knew that. Jeff and I are real deep in the candy community. We know all the tips and tricks and the secrets.
Yeah. You think we just talk about candy because we like it? No.
So I have a temporary crown in.
Oh.
Just so you know, on the left side. So when I ate the candy this week, I had to eat it all with the right side on my mouth.
Oh, you're not hitting all your taste buds.
And I had to do it very slowly. So it did. We're not at that segment yet, I'm sure. But
you really took your time with it. Okay.
Yeah, I had to.
Now, I don't think I haven't had a crown yet.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta.
If you can't chew with it, what is the point of it?
Well, so I can chew with it, but the thing is, you have to favor the other side. You're supposed to favor the other side of your mouth. You're not supposed to have anything like chewy. You're not supposed to crunch down on hard candy. So the temporary crown is like, it can break, and they use like a soft kind of cement, a soft adhesive kind of, that sticks it on there pretty good. But it can come off because they want to make it easy to come off when they put the permanent crown in.
Now, why put a temporary crown in? Why not just do the work and get the regular crown in that first time?
So some places do that, but what they actually do is they take like an impression of your mouth to see how the tooth will fit, and then they like custom make a tooth specifically for your mouth, so that like...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, if they had like a generic one, it might be too tall, and then my mouth wouldn't close all the way, because that one tooth would be sticking up from the bottom. Not that I'm a dentist. I don't want to, you know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But so so what they do when they put the crown is they have to shave away part of your tooth, so that the crown has something to hold on to, and so that it's not sticking up.
Dang.
Yeah, feels weird.
You're like RoboCop.
Almost RoboCop. I wish I had a gun that came out of my thigh. Are you kidding me?
How long do you have to keep that temporary crown in?
Until they build it's like 2 weeks. I mean, we didn't have to spend all this time talking about dental care and the temporary crown. I was just letting you know in preparation for the upcoming candy segment.
Yeah, I feel ya. Well, it feels like you want to move to that segment.
No, we don't have to. We can still talk about squid jizz or whatever you were really amped to talk about. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Let me make this even closer. Let me make this closer to your interests.
Squid jizz is something that everybody really loves to have in their mouths. That's what it sounds like when Jeff eats squid jizz.
Did that? How was that? How was that for you?
The 12 small white spindle-shaped bug-like sperm bags in her tongue and gums. Yum.
Ooh, yeah, I gotta chill when you said sperm bags. So we definitely can't do an ASMR episode now.
Candy. No transitions.
Yeah, oh wow, you did it that time.
Yeah.
That's usually the thing I do.
I know. This week, or this time.
Well, then I usually ask the other person what candy we ate, but.
Oh, sorry. Sean, what candy did we eat this time?
We had Whatchamacallits.
I still can't help but think you're making fun of me.
Yeah, that one was. Yeah, that one was an attack. Yeah.
How did you like them?
I had two actually.
Nice.
They're not as good as I remembered.
Right. And I kept thinking, I actually ended up having 3 because I kept thinking like, oh, this one must have been an old one. And then I was like, this one, you know what, I'll get one from somewhere else because this one was like a little off. But they're okay. I remember really liking them, but at most they're all right.
That's kind of my experience as well. I remember really, really liking them. Like the first time I actually remember the first time I had one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, I was a teenager at the time.
No way.
This would have been back in the early 2000s. I was probably still in high school at the time. Yeah, actually, I remember exactly where I was.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. I usually don't have that good of a memory. Except when it comes to candy and food.
Yeah, I just remember them so much better than they are. But they're fine. They got the crisp rice is peanut butter flavored. But is it flavored with peanut butter?
I don't... Because it doesn't... It said peanut flavored crisps. I threw out the wrappers. Like, I think it says... I think on the wrapper, I think it says peanut flavored crisps, which means...
Yeah.
But I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Oh, I got an ingredient list here. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
I guess I could use the internet for this as well.
Oh.
Ooh, first ingredient is sugar. Nice.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. Jeff, I'm on a strict paleo diet.
Then high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. So chemical sugar.
Yeah.
That-
Some vegetable oil.
The American
coconut oil.
Oh my god, I hate all of those things.
Soybean oil.
Yeah.
Rice flour. Then vegetable oil again. And then all those other oils. Ooh, partially defatted peanuts. How do you defat a peanut?
I don't know. You put it on a diet. I don't know. That's. Does that?
Chocolate, and then whatever they make the caramel out of. So they do use peanuts, but partially defatted peanuts.
That seems like a lot of work went into this candy bar that isn't that great.
Yeah. Now this had caramel in it, Sean. Did the caramel in there bother you?
Not really. I was a little bit more hesitant because of the temporary crown. I don't know if you remember that I have a temporary.
You're a little shy boy. This time eating this candy.
Yeah, I had to take little nibbles. Kind of tuck it all into the right side of my mouth, which I don't love. It didn't really bother me. It wasn't like that hard, chewy kind of caramel. Not really. And it mashed up pretty easily with all of the other ingredients. Do you know how old this candy bar is?
It was introduced in 1978.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not that old.
By Patrick Volk, the writer of Stuffed, Adventures of a Restaurant Family.
Hey, sexist. It's actually Patricia Volk.
You're right.
You couldn't even read a woman's name. That is... Wow.
It just made, when I saw Stuffed, I don't want to just associate it with a woman, and then, I panicked.
So it's never been involved in a major war.
Well, it's owned by Hershey, but yeah, they didn't send Whatchamacallits it out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree it's owned by war criminals, but it hasn't been shipped out to sustain soldiers in their quest to murder people of another nationality, is what I mean, unlike other candies we've featured on the podcast.
that have specifically done that.
Yeah. So, do you think it would be fair to call the Whatchamacallit a conflict-free candy bar?
Yes, if you can ignore who owns it and profits from it.
Okay. And the fact that a lot of cocoa beans are harvested using slave labor?
Yes.
Although I think hopefully that's
Yep.
changed.
With these tariffs.
All right, I don't want to get political. It's fucking everywhere. Everybody's always flipping out all the time.
I know.
It's like,
I know.
we get it.
Okay.
The world is ending.
So they use defatted peanuts, make a little peanut butter, flavor those crisps, and then boom, some caramel. Why do you think they call it a whatchamacallit?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think just kind of a zany name. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they had to advertise it somehow with something new because they couldn't rely on the traumatized memories of war-torn soldiers
Yeah.
having flashbacks to when they could only survive on the candy shipped to them by the war criminals at Hershey.
Oh shit. Now, I haven't seen an advertisement for whatchamacallit.
Everyone who works for Hershey
In
should go to
years.
jail. It's just... Sorry, go ahead.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Sorry. It was part of my endless campaign to get people I don't like to go to jail.
Should your jail comprise of Mark Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
people that run Hershey's,
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk?
Yep.
You want so many people in jail. It's hard to keep track.
That's actually not that many. It's really not that many when you think about it.
Compared to who's in jail already.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Sean, have you seen a recent whatchamacallit commercial?
I don't think they advertise.
They're like the Fifth Avenue bar. They're too classy to advertise it.
No, the Fifth Avenue bar stopped advertising and then just has been coasting for 20 years. Which is actually pretty cool when you think about it. The Whatchamacallit, I think, is just being neglected by the war criminal Hershey Company.
I mean, they still make them.
Does that make our podcast a target if I keep saying that Hershey, the company, is a war criminal and or is run by war criminals?
No. If anything, it should, encourage them to sponsor the show and shut us up.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Run smear campaigns to get people to pay us hush money.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty soon we'll have ad breaks featuring Tesla, Facebook, and Hershey's. The first whatchamacallit commercial that popped up is one from the 80s, so they must have stopped shortly after that, I would imagine.
To be honest, though, I don't... Well, first of all, on the internet, I don't see ads, of course. Why would I ever allow my computer to do that? But watching
Yeah.
TV, I barely remember the candy ads I see.
That's how they do it, It's in the back of your head. Oh, I wonder if left Twix does taste different than a right Twix.
Right, okay,
Maybe I should get
that's
one.
And I think I saw Butterfingers advertised a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember any others.
No.
Like, I never see cereal advertised, but I think that's because cereal advertised mostly on, like, kids' networks that I don't watch.
I think the same goes for candy.
Yeah, maybe I outgrew the channels where candy advertises.
Why are they not advertising to adults?
With the obesity problem that America has, definitely they should be,
They let McDonald's take over the advertising exclusively for adults.
Talk about war criminals. Put that fucking clown in jail. You ever had a salad from McDonald's?
No,
Yeah.
because it has the same amount of calories and doesn't taste as good and is harder to eat.
Yeah. You don't want a several-day-old slimy salad filled with sugar. It's weird.
I've already agreed to let teenagers making minimum wage make my burgers and stuff. I'm not gonna let them spit in my salad, okay?
Just the burger, please. And don't cook it
Just the
very long.
burger.
Just throw it on the grill for 4, maybe 5 seconds, please.
Yeah. Just gonna slide it right in my mouth,
Like it medium well.
Apparently they made a candy also called a thingamajig, similar to the whatchamacallit, but they've got Cocoa Crisps and peanut butter inside. I have never heard of this candy bar before, and I will never get to eat it because they stopped it in like 2012.
So much wasted time
Yeah.
that no one told us about these candies before they were gone.
Like they introduced it in 2009. What was I doing in 2009? What the fuck?
Probably going to college. Is that true?
No?
No.
Maybe. You know
Would have
what?
been a year
Maybe.
later. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's around
I
that.
I tried to figure it out. I can't remember when I went to college.
It's around that time.
You should just go right after high school. That way you can keep track of
Right.
it. Kids,
Yeah.
to keep track of when you went to college, do it right after high school. Don't take several years off
I did the
and
same,
then
yeah.
get a 2-year degree.
Yeah.
It's just keep going. It's like high school, but different. It's fine.
This advertising break for education was sponsored by Betsy DeVos, who should be tried in The Hague and put in prison for war crimes. So,
We don't. She's doing a great job. Okay.
no, she's not.
Whatever.
No, she's not. Lady's a fucking joke. Oh, I shouldn't say she's a joke because that gets all of them off the hook because they know what they're
Yeah.
doing. She's part of a conspiracy to destroy
Yeah.
America, is what I should say.
Jokes are meant to be funny.
Yeah, jokes are meant to
This
be
is a
funny.
tragedy.
This is actually tragic.
Great job though. Great job.
Yeah, you're doing great, Betsy. Mm-hmm. It's a cool name.
Keep it up.
Cool name for a woman, and not a cow. Thought Betsy was always a cow's name, but it's a human, actual person's name. You're the one who brought up politics, Jeff. Okay. Tell me about the thingamajig. Was it ever fed to soldiers?
No, because it was introduced in 2009. So you know.
I'm sorry. The war on terror has no end. So.
I don't know anything about modern warfare, but I don't think that they pack their bags with candy anymore. I think that's an old school ideal.
Do you think?
You know, they probably have protein bars or fucking muscle milk in there now. I don't know.
Do you think? I don't think they're drinking muscle milk. Do you think, Jeffrey, that SEAL Team 6 definitely ate a bunch of thingamajigs before they went in and got them?
I think that's why you can't find thingamajigs anymore.
Yeah. The Department of Defense bought them all up. And they said,
Damn
we're
it.
going to put fucking cocaine in these, really jazz our fellas up. Bunch of steroids in here.
Oh, here's an interesting fact. Hershey just changed the description of the whatchamacallit. All right, Stella, I'm talking about candy.
A lot to say about Osama bin Laden and SEAL Team 6. What does she know?
It really gets her riled up.
Stella.
She really.
Stella, where were you on
Hates bin
9/11,
Laden.
Stella? Where were you?
I don't think she was born.
Yeah, that's what she wants you to think.
It's a pretty good story, though,
Yeah.
that she wasn't born. Good cover. Hershey changed the description of the whatchamacallit and altered the packaging slightly along with ingredients, though the new formula still contains chocolate, according to the United States Food and Drug Administration food labeling laws. Products that do not contain cocoa butter cannot legally be described as milk chocolate. Instead, such products are often referred to as chocolate candy. So there's no cocoa butter in this Hershey's chocolate. That's
So is this kind of I didn't really follow along because I wasn't paying attention too closely. Is this kind of a Pringles situation?
stumbled along.
Is this?
Where they're crisps because they're not actually.
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
yeah. They still made it like a chocolate texture, and they still consider it chocolate, but the FDA is like, but it's not though.
Yeah, the government agency designed to regulate these things is like, actually, no.
Yeah. So they can't describe it as milk chocolate, so they say chocolate candy.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
It's like when someone calls Yoo-hoo chocolate milk, and you're like, nope,
Yeah, it's
chocolate drink.
chocolate water. Boy, there's a nasty drink.
Yoo-hoo?
Yeah, I haven't had a Yoo-hoo in years because they're disgusting.
You know what almost got me at Market Basket the other day? They had a Yoo-hoo candy bar.
Ooh, boy, that was.
And I was like,
ugh.
I have to try this. And then I looked at the whatchamacallit in my hand, and the Sour Patch Kids, and the bag of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and I said, you know what? Not this trip.
Jeff, what did you do?
Not this trip.
As soon as you walked out of the store, it was discontinued, and it will never be offered again.
I know. It's like the thingamajig. I'm never going to have it now.
Gone
I'm never going to
forever.
have it. But it wasn't the size of a regular candy bar. It was like novelty sized almost. It was like a notepad piece of paper sized. It's like, what am I going to do? have 2 bites, decide it's disgusting, and then finish it throughout the week, and then it's gone?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you would do, but...
Yeah. I don't need the calories. I had 3 whatchamacallits to eat.
Jeff, you're a growing boy. Okay?
It's true. Yeah, but I'm growing outwardly now.
You need
which
all
is...
of the calories. Holy shit. Hold on. Yep. United States military chocolate.
Uh-oh.
Military chocolate has been a part of standard U.S. military rations since the original Ration D or D-Ration bar of 1937. Today, military chocolate is issued to troops as part of a basic field rations and sundry packs. Serves 2 purposes as a morale boost and as a high-energy, pocket-sized emergency ration. The majority of chocolate issued to military personnel is produced by the Hershey Company. You fucking war criminals, we're coming for you. I fucking knew it.
It's not fair, though. They're like the biggest chocolate manufacturer in the United States.
Are you telling me that the military can't set up a factory to make chocolate for soldiers?
They could have saved Necco. Instead, they decided to give all
Necco
their
had a
business to Hershey.
backbone, and they said, we're not going to participate in your bullshit war on terror.
And now they're gone.
Tyrannical perpetual war autocrat. Now they're gone. Yeah, exactly. The military-industrial complex came for them. God, I hate this. Everything about this. I fucking knew that the Hershey... I knew it. See, I intuitively knew it. Jeff, this just proves that people I don't like are war criminals, okay?
I mean, yeah, I'll go along with that for sure.
Thank you. Did you go along with it because you felt if you didn't, I wouldn't like you? And therefore... and would therefore consider you a war criminal?
You know me, I love to jump on bandwagons.
I can't believe this. I fucking knew it. It took almost 2 full years, Jeff, of me digging into candy to find this Wikipedia page.
No one's spouting these accusations at Mars, you know?
Right.
Nestle's not being dragged under it.
Well,
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
yeah,
but
Nestle's got their own. They have a bunch of human rights violations trying to buy up water. You think I didn't know about that? I know it. I'm keeping an eye on these fucking sons of bitches.
yeah, the CEO was like, the problem is people think water is a human right.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, just you know.
It's not a human right. It's just something you need like almost every day to live.
Yeah.
It's cool though. Let's turn it into a commodity. It's gonna be great. No, Nestle and Hershey, they're doing great. They're keeping me fat. You know, good for them.
I'm sorry, I'm so sucked in by this.
It's okay. You know.
I'm so mad.
Where would you rate this tool of the
Yeah, this weapon of war produced by a candy company.
Yeah. Where would you rate this weapon of war produced by a candy company?
Yeah. I would say that I would put it in the middle of the road, but with the condition that everyone who has ever been an executive at the Hershey Company go to jail for war crimes. Is that...
It's pretty good.
Is that a rating we have yet?
It is now. I mean, I'm going to stick to middle of the road since I have so many other Hershey's products in there.
Yeah.
You know? The middle of the road really is just riddled with, I can't even think of the words.
It's an okay candy,
Yeah.
but it doesn't rise above that. I mean, like the little rice puff things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay. The caramel, yeah, it's okay. The chocolate, yeah, it's okay. Like, altogether, yeah, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. None of the flavors seemed particularly outstanding.
Yeah.
It was.
They could have called it the average bar.
Yeah, it was sure as shit no Fifth Avenue bar. Explosion of flavor in your mouth.
Yeah, I'd say middle of the road is a great place for it.
I had higher hopes for it. When I was younger, I probably would have rated it top of the shelf, but
I was expecting to label it top of the shelf, and then it just let me down.
yeah, very very disappointing. And here's the thing: when I was eating it, I wasn't thinking about all of the war crimes that the Hershey Company has helped commit.
Yeah.
And all the support that they've given to, like knocking over democratically elected leaders in South America. Like I didn't even consider that at the time. You know,
wasn't even part of the conversation in your head.
Well, it's always a little bit on my mind. Mm-hmm. You know that we live in these systems that we can't escape. where the powerful get away with committing war crimes pretty much daily. Which is probably why I'm just always depressed, but...
Yeah. Definitely a factor.
I rated the candy on its merits.
Mm-hmm.
It's middle of the road. And it's probably middle of the road for middle of the road, you know?
Yeah, it defines the middle.
It's not what I would think of as a floater. You know, it's not edging up towards top of the shelf.
Yeah.
Or sinking down towards bottom of the barrel, but
it can't, like the majestic armadillo, since it's so heavy, walk the bottom of most waterways, or swallow air and become buoyant and swim across. It's just...
Is that a thing
in
that
the middle.
armadillos do?
Yeah, that was a fact of armadillos that I forgot until just now.
Wow. They're a little bit cooler. I like that.
Yeah, they can hold their breath for up to 6 minutes, which is almost as good as a beaver, so...
All right. Not that...
So,
not that it's a competition, guys.
Yeah.
All right, you do you.
You do you.
I think what happened with the Whatchamacallit is that they tried too many flavors.
Yeah.
There's the peanut, the sugary crisp, the caramel, and the chocolate. And I don't think peanut and caramel really go that well together.
No.
Caramel and chocolate is fine as long as it's super gooey caramel.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be basically liquid.
If I'm going to have a chocolate peanut butter comboed candy, I don't think Whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
I don't go there. There's several other steps and other candies to hit.
You get a peanut butter cup, you get a Fifth Avenue bar. Yeah.
Butterfinger, you get the Reese's Crisps, those are good.
We'll talk about that some other time, because I think there's some real contention there.
Yeah, they're great. That's the contention, is they're amazing.
No, actually, I contend that they are not. That's the contention.
Oh, right.
Is that it? Are we done?
That's it. This has been Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I'm Jeff.
I'm Sean. Your name comes first. Just go first every time. It's easier.
I thought we'd... Okay.
I don't... Yeah, but I don't remember, and I'm not going to. So,
if you have any comments or complaints, or even if you liked it, you can reach out and interact with the podcast in several different ways. There's an email address.
One.
headsuppod@gmail.com.
Nailed it.
We've got a couple of social media presences.
Like what?
We've got a Twitter. 2. And an Instagram.
3.
That's at headsuppod.
Yeah. What else?
If you want to wear the podcast, let's say you want to hang up some stuff in the house.
Don't do that.
We have a merchandise store with merchandise, and it's headsup.threadless.com.
If you hang up merchandise in your house, make sure that it can't be seen from the outside, or the fucking Hershey goons will kick in your door, take you away.
Yeah. If you want to support taking down Hershey, the war criminal, buy our merchandise. All proceeds mostly go to Threadless.
Yep.
And a couple dollars will go to us, so we can keep saying the truth about this giant corporation that is perpetuating wars and overthrowing governments. So wear it proudly. Maybe I'll make an anti-Hershey shirt soon.
I hope some guy at Hershey hears this and sends you to jail. Charges you with a slander. It's all in good fun. We're just quote-unquote joking.
Yeah. Just like they're quote-unquote helping out. All right. So this has been the Heads Up Podcast with Jeff and Sean.
And we're popping off.
Toodles.
Squid jizz is something that everybody really loves to have in their mouths. That's what it sounds like when Jeff eats squid jizz.
The 12 small white spindle-shaped bug-like sperm bags in her tongue and gums.
Take that, God.